Yo, what everybody? It is Wednesday the 22nd. Today is my little sister's birthday. And also a dude in my class' birthday. His name is Coulter, so shout out to them. I've decided that I'm just going to just spit these talks kind of free form. I'm not going to really lay anything out. I want this to be more of like a video journal recap for myself. If it turns into anything else, then it turns into something else. I don't want to do multiple takes. I'm going to spend a lot of time on it. I just want to get it down on a video screen, just all in one go. Kind of just take everything out of my head that's just swimming around in there and just flush it out. So I think this will be kind of cathartic. So today we got into JavaScript. Yesterday we were doing some responsive CSS. And today we got into JavaScript. Specifically, we started to learn about JavaScript variables, operators in JavaScript. And then we also got into conditional statements, if statements, which I mean, when, while loops, for loops, and things like that. Overall, I feel iffy on it. I learned that stuff a few months ago and didn't spend enough time on it to be cozy with it. And so it's one of those things where I know like the outline of a lot of stuff and I try to do things that I can't really do, but I think I can do it. So I just need to press the reset button and just kind of reboot, and really kind of just step back and be like, yo, you don't know anything. What was kind of frustrating today was that a lot of people know this stuff like front and back, in and out, done and done. So the amount of time they had to spend on it versus the amount of time that I had to spend on it was minuscule. That being said, I took the time today to break down stuff Crayola style and make sure that I understood what I was doing. I could have been done in a very few seconds and just cut and pasted a lot of things and just done guess and check. But that's not the point of the class, and that's not the point of me. Looks like I have a double chin right now. Whatever, this is going away. That's not the point of the class. So the point of the class is to learn. So I spent the time today like stopping and asking questions and really kind of making sure that I understood the concepts of what I was doing. And once I got that, once I understood that, everything kind of started flowing really easily for me. And I suspect tonight that I'm gonna do practice with it. And I'm gonna continue to do practice that until I get better at it. Like it needs to become second nature. It's not one of these things that I want to like walk away from. This stuff's all gonna build on top of each other. Sorry, I've had a cold for like a week. So it's all going to build on top of each other. So that being said, I want to kind of take this time to say that what I really like about Galvanize and what I really like about this class is this kind of culture of error. For the first time, I feel like in my life, to be honest, I was able to say like, I don't understand. And there's usually a lot of pressure I feel to know everything, to be first at something, to be done the fastest. And I mean, I don't know if other people feel that, but I felt that kind of like my entire life. Like I've have like this perception of being smart or intelligent for whatever reason. And so I feel like the need to uphold that standard. It isn't really until this class that I kind of started to acknowledge the fact that like, I don't know everything. And that sounds silly and it sounds kind of conceited, but when people think that's who you are, that's who you try to become. And so instead of really knowing everything in detail, you just pretend to know some things kind of well. And it's just ignorant. Like you don't ever learn that, like what are you fulfilling for yourself? What kind of goals are you achieving? It's actually none. And so I don't know, Galvanize is just like this class. I don't know if it's this classroom specifically or our instructors or what it was, but I just felt comfortable being like, yo, hey, I don't get it. And there's pressure. Believe me, I was super scared. I was super nervous. Like I was sweaty palms, like, and Peter standing there over my shoulder watching me. And like, I'm just fucking, everything in my head is going a mile a minute. And it's okay. Like, it's all right. That's how you learn. That's how you get better. So I don't know if anyone ever sees this, or James, you look back at this, like, I want you to remember that it's okay to not know. You know, the real sin is to pretend you know. You know, a lot of people go through life pretending they know things, and that's fine. But when you have the ability to know something and you just pretend to know it, that's super bad. It's fucking terrible. Also, still working on my CSS webpage, my scrimmage from yesterday. That's going to be an ongoing thing. I want to set some time and devote a certain amount of time each day to consistently learning about CSS, just dedicated time learning about this website. I'm making notes as I go so that way I don't forget. But to me, that's the only way you can get better at that. Like, you just have to just keep fucking playing with it over and over again. So, and when you're playing with it, like, you have to be in the right mindset. Like, last night when I was just staring at it, I was just basically just staring at a blank screen. It got to a point last night, like, that I was just like, I didn't want to quit because I wasn't getting the right results, but I knew that the more time I wasted bashing my head against the computer screen, the more detrimental it would be to me. You know, it's not one of these things like in the Army where I could just physically grind anything out. You know, like, the suck is going to suck and then it's going to stop sucking. You know, in the Army, you could be out for 36 hours and you're just all right, just grind it out, just grind it out, just grind it out. You can't do that with this. You know, this is learning. This is a learning environment. If you don't know something, staying up for 12 hours at a time is not, or for, 20 hours at a time is not going to make you know it any better. It's one of these things where you can't push your way through. You have to, I have to take breaks. I have to cycle through things. I need to get rest. And that's what I'm doing. Let's see what else we got going on. I went to this thing called, went to this ember meetup today. That was pretty cool. Just because it's nice to finally get some perspective on this stuff. Ember's the first. I don't fucking know what Ember is. I mean, I didn't know what JavaScript was until I took these classes. So it's good to have some real world implications onto what we're doing. There's people that fucking have jobs and stuff, and I have no idea what it is. And that's open to me. There was a girl in there who just got done with the galvanize cohort, and she had a job right out of there. And we don't cover Ember in the class. Sorry, again, cold. I don't know, man. I feel pretty good. Feel like everything's going all right. Just keep on track, keep fighting the good fight. Keep doing the work. I just have faith that if I set these habits and these goals and these standards now, when things get harder and harder and harder, I'm already used to this, and then hopefully I'll have the tools to be able to help other people that aren't used to it. I don't want this cohort to be about fucking leaving somebody behind or, stepping on top of somebody or stepping over somebody, everybody in this class all comes from different walks of life. And what I really kind of like about programming is it levels the playing field. I don't give a fuck if you played D1 football for 8 years, or you were a porn star for 20, or you've been a stay-at-home mom for 30, or whatever, seriously, whatever, or you've been fucking with computers from the time you were 5. It doesn't matter if you're a male, a female, what gender, whatever you are, or whomever you are. Everybody comes to this place wanting to learn. And once you acknowledge that and you see everyone as a pool of knowledge and everyone trying to get better, then you guys can all get better together. Once one person gets better, they can pull another person up and make them better. One individual getting better and never pulling anything back down to the group accomplishes nothing. And that's kind of what separates, I feel like, programmer, at least my experience so far with coding, with, the normal corporate America rat race type of stuff. I know all sorts of people in college for doing business degrees and things like that, who it's very cutthroat. They will fucking step on somebody to get to where they're going, and they will push other people down or cut the ladder to make sure they don't get back up. So I don't know. I'm excited. And yeah, I don't know. I feel good. So